What is going on, guys? It is Neil Armstrong here, kind of with my first YouTube video, my first real YouTube video. So, to give you some backstory, I did a video for FP Sticks, and kind of made me figure, you know what, let's try out this YouTube thing. If I could do it there, I could do it here, right? I could do it on my own channel. So, once again, I want to shout out FP Sticks for giving me the opportunity to talk on his channel. And you know what? We're going to start making YouTube videos now. So, a little bit of a backstory on this team, too. So this was right after GoFest, and I had just gotten Shiny Hydreigon, and I had gotten Shiny Alomomola too. But I really wanted to use Hydreigon, and I told Twitch chat, I stream on twitch.tv/NeilArmstrong, link above, and I was like, you know what, let's try out a team with Hydreigon. Let's make it interesting, right? We've already hit Legend. Let's have some fun a little bit. So I plugged in Hydreigon. Twitch told me to play Alomomola, and thus a team is born. So let's go into the video and see, how we play with this team, how it does. All right, so first battle here, we've got Momo Sukaroki, and we'll see how this battle plays out. So we've got Alomomola versus Raichu. Really, really bad for us. This is a terrible lead. So we're probably going to have to switch out of this, and we go to Frostlass. This is our safe swap for this team. Frostlass does a pretty good job of grabbing shields even when it's bad matchups because it is so spammy. It hits like a truck. I love Frostlass. And so we get hit by a Thunder Punch there. It doesn't hurt too bad. It's a Mandibuzz. Not too bad for us. We're able to soften this thing up with Avalanches. And so we will most likely be able to grab a shield here. We'll see if they throw a move before we're able to throw the next move. So yeah, they're unfortunately able to get to this next move. Probably let this go because, okay, so I think my reasoning here is I want to grab a shield and make it a little easier for myself. But the unfortunate part about going down a shield is now they'll probably be able to farm us down. So yeah, that's probably what they're going to do here. They shield up and they'll be able to get some farm. The good news is this Foul Play will not do nearly enough damage to hurt our Alomomola. One of the great things about Alomomola is how tanky it is, and it is very, very powerful in certain restricted metas, which I will go over a little bit after this battle. So we take this Foul Play, doesn't really hurt that bad, and hits for pennies as a friend says. So we'll go into our Hydreigon because we can't stay in against Raichu, and it's a Cress. This is decent. The issue being here is it has Psycho Cut. Now, Psycho Cut generates energy very, very quickly, which is not that great for us because it has Moonblast. And Moonblast will one-shot KO us. That is 4 times super effective against us. I'm sorry, 2 times super effective against us. If it was 4 times, this thing would be deleted. So we're going to throw Dark Pulse because they'll most likely have to shield here. They don't shield. That's huge. And, yeah, that's a misplay on the opponent's part. They definitely need to shield there to potentially get to the next Moonblast. So they quit the game because they probably realized that it's over after this point. So good games to the opponent. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about these battles. So this is in Remix, Great League Remix. And this was right after the second rotation of Great League, so you had the choice to either play Open Great League or Great League Remix. And so, Great League Remix, the whole premise of that cup was it eliminates the top 20, I believe, Pokemon. So, yeah, I had to use a lot of spicy stuff. Well, I don't have to use a lot of spicy stuff. A lot of people had to use spicier things rather than meta, which is why it was so enticing for me to play in this cup. And so that's kind of why I picked these Pokemon. Frostlass, like I said, is really, really powerful in restricted metas because there's no Azus, there's no, Registeel. Well, Registeel isn't included in this meta, so a lot of stuff that walls out Frostlass is not available. So we are waiting in queue for this opponent. These battles are at 2600, so if you think, oh, this can only happen in lower elos and stuff like that, I made it work in the 2600s. And I will say I was very surprised that we won a couple of battles with this team. But you know what? I'll take it. Alright, next battle starting. Let's see what we got. Lord Rookin. So we got a veteran. I always feel bad having to, beat some lower ranked players, but I got content to make, guys. So Charizard lead, really, really good for us. This was a huge mistake. I don't know why I swapped in a Hydreigon. This is probably the worst thing I could have swapped into. But I was probably like, I guess Frostlass I don't want against Charizard. So let's I probably should have swapped in Frostlass, but we're gonna play this out and see what we can do. So the opponent will most likely shield here to maintain switch, or to flip switch is what I try to say, because at this point that's pretty important. They don't want Charizard against my Alomomola. So there's no point in me shielding this because they'll probably be able to farm me down if I shield it. It will be all for naught. So I guess what we're probably going to do here is come in with Alomomola, not to reveal our third, but it would be bad against Charizard, the Frostlass. Okay, so I decided to come in with Frostlass, which is an okay play because we don't want this lined up against Zard, but the issue is now they know my whole line, which is not that great. So we'll see how we play this out. Okay, so I swap out here, store a move, potentially for whatever is in the back. I could maybe throw that move later. So we're kind of banking on the fact that they don't have a hard counter to Alomomola in the back. And, that could be indicated by a swap in of Obstagoon. Obstagoon isn't really a hard counter to Alomomola. As you can see, it's a Whiscash, which is pretty good for us. This is not bad for us at all. It does not have anything that can threaten us, to a crazy amount. Mud Bomb hits for a little bit. Blizzard, they can't throw. It's resisted, and it's a waste of energy. So they're going to go straight Mud Bomb here. We're going to throw a Hydro Pump. And, they'll probably shield this. Hopefully not. That would be great, because then we could probably farm down afterwards. Oh, opponent doesn't shield there. It's a bit of a misplay on the opponent's part. If I was the opponent, I would shield there because it takes a long time for Alomomola to get to its moves. As much as we love how tanky our thick boy is, it cannot charge to moves quickly. So definitely, if that was the opponent, I would have shielded there. And they switch out, which is also not the best play for our opponent because we are dealing massive chunks of damage. So the opponent gets to move here. I believe it's a Dragon Claw. That does not seem like it could be a Blast Burn. And this chunky boy can survive that. Over tap there, which almost threw me the game. Because if I did not reach that Hydro, we would have lost. Because they have a shield. So they'll probably shield this. And then we can combo play. Yep, throw the Avalanche. And that Whiscash is very, very low. So this is looking like a GG's. Takes out the Charizard. How much health does the Whiscash have? It's already dead. Easy clap. Easy clap. All right, another game won. That's 2-0. So looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. And yeah, so this is kind of my first YouTube video. This is about halfway through the video, so let me know in the comments what you think about the battles. If you like them, if you want me to continue posting YouTube videos, let me know what you guys think. And these are remix battles. Unfortunately, I had these from a while ago. I haven't been able to stream much because of vacation and med school apps. But I'm gonna try to work on YouTube content a little bit more, and we'll see how it goes. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. So I guess I'm thinking here about what my game plan is to win these next 3 games. And also let me know if you guys like the layout of the team. I just put the team with the Mons in there. I'm lazy. I didn't really feel like putting the IVs, all that stuff, the CP. But if you guys want me to do that, I can definitely do that moving forward. So let me know. Alright, we got our next battle here. Who do we got? Berserker. I like that name. So we got Alomomola versus Lantern. This is equally as bad as Raichu. Maybe even worse, because we can't throw anything. Everything is resisted against this guy. And, if we had Psychic, that would have been a little bit better, but not the best. So just swap into our safe swap here. And it's a Drapion, which is not the worst case scenario. Unfortunately, this thing does have Crunch. So we do have to worry about that. And it charges to moves very, very quickly, so this is going to be kind of difficult. And can we get to this move? Wow. So the opponent lets us get to the Avalanche there. They definitely had the crunch. That is a misplay on the opponent's part. They're able to throw the move before we are. They kind of force us to commit a shield. But now that we win CMP with Frostlass, Frostlass is very attack weighted. We probably don't have to commit a shield here because Frostlass has done its job. We've grabbed a shield and got it very, very low. So we'll see what the opponent does here. Wow. Okay, so we get the Powder Snow through. It is in my best interest to shield here because now I can flip switch and get out of this terrible matchup with Lantern and Alomomola. So very, very lucky for us. Probably come in with the Lantern and we'll throw this resisted Avalanche. If we're lucky, the opponent miscounts and thinks that we have a Shadow Ball, but I'm not expecting it. So yeah, good play on the opponent, not shielding that, correct counting, and takes us out. But now we have Hydreigon. The great thing about Hydreigon is everything is resisted that the Lantern can throw at us. Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt. We don't care about any of those. So this is a bit of a misplay on our opponent's part. If I was the opponent, I would store up to a move and then swap out, because then you could potentially throw it against the Alomomola in the back. But it all depends on what's in the back. So the opponent isn't switching out, which is an indicator that they probably got something weak in the back. So I'm going to throw this to threaten a shield and see how the opponent reacts to this. So they shield, which indicates that there is probably something weak. So we're going to shield this up ourselves. Keep this health on Hydreigon because this will probably be very important for the whatever's in the back. All right, the opponent quits out, so you know your guess is as good as mine on what's in the back. I'm gonna guess probably something psychic. Could be something elemental like a fire type, water type. Any of those are all not gonna do good against Hydreigon. So good battle. That's 3-0 right now. So we're doing pretty good with this team. As memey as it is, Hydreigon basically fills the same role as Zweilous, so it's just a little bit glassier. But, for that glass, it's got really high attack, which is really good for, Dragon Breathing things down, which is really, really nice. And, Frostlass, that's a staple in a lot of these restricted metas I run because, I don't know if any of y'all play Sylph, but Frostlass was definitely my MVP from that. I used to run a lot of Frostlass back in my Sylph days. And by Sylph days, I literally just played one Sorcerer's Tournament. That's it. And then I retired. Early retirement. Retire on top, right, guys? So we got our next match here against an expert. We'll see how this goes. So we've got Alomomola versus Golbat. Not the worst. This is a pretty neutral matchup. Alomomola can definitely do some work here because of these waterfalls definitely chunk. The only issue we have is that this Golbat is going to start throwing Poison Fangs like crazy. And with 100% defense drop, it's going to start chunking. So we switch out there, which is an interesting play, and we safe swap into Frostlass. So Obstagoon. This is kind of good for us because we draw out one of the hardest counters to Hydreigon, which is good. But unfortunately, it counters our Frostlass pretty hard, and we're gonna hope that there's no boost. But as you can see, they boosted. Very bad for us because now they can probably farm us down if they wanted to. So they shield here, smarter on our opponent, but we're able to get to another Avalanche, which is good. So we'll see what the opponent wants to do here. They want to go down an extra shield to maintain some health, which is what they do. Now, as you can see, cross-ups are resisted, but you can see with the boost, it just chunks. So we're out of there. We're just dead. Now, this is a really bad situation we're in. We have to come in with the Alomomola. Hydreigon would just probably get insta-deleted at this point from those sharply boosted counters. So the opponent Night Slashes here. Still pretty chunky. That's what's so great about Alomomola is it can survive a lot of these. But at this point, we have to shield because we cannot have this thing, or we cannot have Hydreigon lined up against Obstagoon. So another Night Slash comes through. We are very lucky the opponent didn't switch there. If the opponent switched there and we throw the Hydro Pump, we would have been in a lot of trouble. Fortunately, probably a lot of people don't know the counts of Alomomola because it's not run very often. So they come back in with Hydreigon, or not Hydreigon, I'm sorry, Golbat, and we'll see what they do. So they're not switching out, which is a pretty good sign that maybe there's something weak in the back, right? The issue here being is that this Golbat is going to throw Poison Fangs. And now we have to shield because at this point, Poison Fang is probably going to take us out. So, yeah, we got a shield here. And we're going to pray that it's something that can get one shot in the back. Oh my god, the opponent swapped into Frostlass. I almost died because our Hydreigon got debuffed on defense twice. So, really lucky we threw the move there. And can we take this out? Huge! We take out the Golbat with our last sliver of health. I am loving Hydreigon, guys. You know, let me know if you like Hydreigon. If you want to see more Hydreigon content in Great League, I can definitely make it work. But I was having a lot of fun with these battles. Super, super fun. You know, I had a lot of fun in Great League Remix. You know, let me know what you guys think about Ultra League Remix. That's happening right now. If you guys want me to record videos on that, I can do that. Unfortunately, I really only play Open because I don't have a lot of the mons for Remix, and I'm not what you would consider a grinder. So unfortunately, I probably will not be getting a lot of the meta relevant stuff. So if you guys want to see Open content, let me know. Okay, so Obscure Olomolola, not too bad. The good thing is that we do not want to see this in the back, so we will stay in this matchup. This is pretty okay for us. We get a waterfall through, which is really, really awesome for us. What are we going to do here? Alright, Night Slash. Oh my god, they get a boost, of course, right guys? Whenever you don't want the boost, it's bound to happen. So now they're boosted. We kind of have to shield here to maintain some health. Wow, we go for the no shield. I think the play here is to try to convince them to no shield themselves. But, you know, they switch out, which is a really good swap. What I'm more impressed about here is them knowing the counts for Olomolola. That is quite impressive to me. But, you know, this is a decent matchup here. So we're going to pray that they don't have Ice Beam. At this point, it's a 50-50 call. Do I shield and maybe farm down, or do I call the bait? And it's Ice Beam. Unfortunately, during Remix, a lot of these Jellicents were running Ice Beam. So this is really, really bad for us. You know, not much we can do here except coming with the Olomolola. We don't want to show them the Frostlass, and we don't want them to take a shield. We kind of want to save shields for Frostlass and see if we can do some work in the back. So we'll see if the opponent throws a move here. We might be able to get to the Hydro. Okay, perfect. They throw a move here, which probably means we can farm down. That's kind of our only win con here is if we can farm down and there's something weak in the back. Besides, well, you know, other than Obsidian, there's something weak in the back. So I'm able to farm down the Jellicent, which is really, really good for us. They'll probably come back in with Obsidian, try to deal some damage, but we'll see. Yep, comes back in with Obsidian. And we get a Powder Snow through, which is pretty huge for us because now we kind of need as much energy as we can get, right? So we shield that because Night Slash is definitely going to hurt. Luckily, no boost there. Denied the counter. That's pretty huge because now we probably outpace to the next Avalanche, which is really, really good for us. So they shield there. We're going to go for this Avalanche. Frostlass, very attack weighted, so it wins CMP against literally everything. Probably not literally, but, you know, 95% of things it wins CMP against. Alright, what do we got? Frostlass. Okay, we've got an energy advantage, which is pretty good for us, but this is all about the bait game. At this point, we kind of have to bait, and they have the option to bait here, which is really bad for us. Even though it could be an Avalanche, we're forced to shield here. But they throw Shadow Ball, which is really, really good for us. They do get a Powder Snow through, which is pretty bad. But, you know, this gives us a bit of a fighting chance here. So they you know, shield the bait there, which is really good for us. But now we have to go for a Shadow Ball. And they win CMP. That is a rip-a-roni. F in the chat. F in the chat. But, you know, this is one of those cases where it's like, I wish I had a bad IV1 so I can win CMP. Very unfortunate. But you know what? We brought it as close as we could, even with that huge misplay of not shielding the Ice Beam. So you know what? Good game to our opponent. And I don't remember if we have any more battles. Let's see if we have any more battles. I think we went 4-1 this set, but I could have miscounted. So, all right, perfect. So we did go 4-1, and I guess that'll be it, guys. Let's go back to this other point. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. You know, comment in the comment if you like the video, and if you want to see more. If you guys could recommend it, I would really appreciate it. I'm really starting to try to branch out into YouTube and do more YouTube videos, kind of Bloody Bananas style. Shout out to Bloody Bananas too. But you know, kind of work on my YouTube content a little bit, and you know, I want to show other people what I got. So I would really appreciate anyone sharing this video, and you know, make sure to check me out on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm going to spend most of my time on Twitch because that's something I really enjoy with my community, and feel free to join the community. Thanks, guys.